We are here today talking a little Dragon Age Origins. I've got Ray Myzuka from BioWare here, and he's here to tell us a little about it. So, Ray, let's get right to it. You guys started with a demo today that really focused in on the sort of really the effects of your decisions throughout the game. So can you give us a brief overview of what you showed earlier?
Sure. I mean, one of the things we're illustrating today was kind of a unique presentation with choice with consequence, kind of showing simulcast, two versions running in parallel with different party and different choices being made, and just showing how varied the experience is depending on what you do in combat, exploration, and narrative, and your progression, customization choices. And Dragon Age Origins it's really about choice with consequence. This is dark, epic, heroic, brutal fantasy world where you're playing the role of a Grey Warden, and it's a group of legendary warriors who are charged with saving the world from the Blight. And you have to do some difficult things in order to achieve that mission. Sometimes those choices have pretty dramatic consequences, and we illustrated those a bunch of times today.
It looks like there's a pretty big variation too. Some of them are lighthearted, like the decision to sort of get past the guard by baiting him with cookies versus killing off a mage. Can you give us some specific examples of those decisions that we made earlier?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about Dragon Age is that, as you say, there's like a whole variety, a gamut, choices that you can make. And some of them are moment-to-moment, kind of micro ones just for fun, and some are like big, dramatic ones that are going to really shape your experience and really make you feel like, something pretty emotional. That's one of our goals with all of BioWare's games, like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Star Wars: The Old Republic, is really make you feel this emotionally engaging narrative, make you feel like you're actually playing the role of a Grey Warden, make you really live with your consequences of your actions, and those choices you make can be on a range of fronts, like which areas you get to go to first, as the explorer, which origin story you choose right at the very beginning, whether you're a daily shelf or city elf or dwarf or human noble or a mage. These are all dramatically different. 2 to 3 hours of unique gameplay right from the start, and that's just the starting point where everything is different from that point depending on which origin you've chosen. And moment to moment, the narrative choices you make have dramatic choices. The party you bring with you has a dramatic impact on the tactics you get to use in combat, which are really cool to explore. Trying spell combos and kind of using your rogues and your warriors and mages strategically in combat is really fun. So there's a lot of different ways you can play this game. Ton of replayability and really good value for money.
So the big character that you showed earlier was this mage named Wynn, and you could either sort of, I guess, spoiler alert, kill her off or recruit her into your party. Can you talk about the effects of that, this specific demo you showed?
I think players are going to want to explore that themselves. I don't want to spoil the story for them, but basically, it kind of high level. Some characters get along in your party and some don't. And that's one of the really fun parts of the game to explore, is having different people in your party at different times actually will have a dramatic impact on the way the story flows, including sometimes you can have a romance with some characters, or sometimes they'll hate each other enough that they'll leave, or they might even try to kill one another. So that's the dramatic impact of the choice that you make sometimes with different characters. But just like real people, they feel real. They feel like you're actually interacting with not just digital actors, but you're immersed in this virtual world that feels almost alive. They come to life.
What did you guys take out of Mass Effect, being a game that you brought to the consoles first, in terms of the console version of Dragon Age?
Well, we were inspired by a number of things in Mass Effect. Obviously, it's a great game. Mass Effect 2 is amazing, by the way. I can't wait to be able to show more of that too. But the interface, the radio menu that is in Mass Effect in terms of how you select targets is the Dragon Age radio menu on console is kind of inspired by that. It's not exactly a copy of it because Dragon Age has some different nuances in the way the controls work. But certainly players who are familiar with Mass Effect's radio menu, when you move it around and select targets and choose which powers or talents you bring on to your enemies in combat, for example, they're going to feel very comfortable with Dragon Age controls as well.
And as far as the way the game performs and all that, it's pretty comparable to the PC version?
Oh yeah. No, I think the people that play on console and PC are going to really be satisfied. We want people, regardless of which platform they prefer as the primary platform, to feel like they're getting the same rich experience. And that's one of the great things about Dragon Age, is that we planned from the start with the BioWare Eclipse engine to make it a multi-platform launch on console and PC. So now it's coming to bear.
Yeah, it absolutely looks good. Now, you were saying before that you guys are planning a lot of post-release DLC. Anything you can tell us about that right now?
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the things. We'll have more info later in the summer about the post-release downloadable content. We're starting to build it out now. We have a plan that goes well beyond launch for the PDLC, for purchase by fans, and it's really high quality. And I think the fans are going to be really excited about some of the ways we're expanding the universe post-launch. And one of the things we're doing is allowing fans to do that content themselves. We're releasing the community the tools that we used to build the game. Right now, they're in the hands of all the fans. They can play them in beta form, and they're doing amazing things. So we learned from our experiences in Neverwinter Nights about optimal ways to form virtual teams of programmers, animators, artists, designers, and so on. And they're just going for it. They're having a great time already on Dragon Age.
All right, well, Ray, it looks great. I know I'm excited for it. When should we expect to see the game in stores?
Well, Dragon Age Origins is coming to Xbox 360, PS3, and PC in North America on October 20th and October 23rd in Europe.
All right, thank you very much, Ray. All right, so stay tuned for more Dragon Age coverage in the very near future.